welcome you one more time to the Semaj Mind Spa. Constant reminder the mind is the ultimate frontier. The spa is a place where you energize, revitalize, remove toxins, and come out fresh. Mm? Today, we take a look at this basic issue. And it says that the journey begins in your mind. Why do I say this? I share two quotes with you. This one associated with Lao Tzu, that the longest journey starts with a single step. But what about before you get to that step? Hmm? You just start out stepping? Sometimes you do, but guess what? We can make it a lot more efficient. I'm reflecting on this because this is the end of the first week of a new year. Many people have gone into this new year with resolutions, new plans, and ideas. Here's what you plan to do. All gung ho and you're excited about it, but you have now completed 1 week and you have not really started to make a dent in what you intended to achieve for this year. Don't worry about it. You are still processing in your hard drive. You are still processing because the journey begins in your mind, not with a single step. The step is when you start to execute. But then the other quote that I'm sharing here with you from Abraham Lincoln: give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first four sharpening the axe. That is what you have been doing for this first week, even though you did not plan it that way, but you're still sharpening the axe. So, what this suggests is look, there's a very critical phase in terms of the execution of any ideas. The planning phase is the most critical. Whenever I have to work with graduate students and they come to me with their plans for their dissertations and so on, one of the most important thing I have them do is to cut back the plan. Cut back the plan. It starts off much too ambitious. Hmm? And then they're hurried to get started. Don't hold on. If you allocate X amount of time to complete this idea, maybe about half of that time should be in the planning. Because the more time you put in the planning phase, is the better the probability of success. It's the planning phase, folks, that help you to clarify your objective. It's in the planning phase you get a clear view of what resources you will absolutely need. You don't reach halfway down the wicket only to realize that you should have been carrying something else with you. It's in the planning phase you identify any potential problems and challenges that might arise, and you're prepared for them. If you need to allocate tasks to other members of your team to improve efficiency and coordination, it's in the planning phase you do this. Two examples that come to mind for me from my own life: playing the game of golf. When I stand on the tee box, you don't just swing the club. Before you swing the club, you have a clear picture in your mind where you intend the ball to end. Now, your intention and execution may be very different, but where you intend the ball to end. There are times when I stand on the tee box and I actually step off and choose a different club because when I see what the options are, what are my intentions, you play out the entire hole when you stand on the tee box. All right. First shot over to here, and then I'll do this next, and then that. Fine. It is the same thing in the game of chess. Amateurs just move and move and move, and no, no, no. The better you are at chess is because you are able to move three, four, five moves in your mind before you touch one piece. Hmm? So that if I move pawn to, what will my opponent do? Okay, and if he does that, then what will I do? And if he does that, then what will I do? So you play the game first in your mind. As many steps as you can manage in your mind. The same thing with golf. You play the hold in your mind. So I take issue with Lao Tzu. The longest journey doesn't start with a single step. The longest journey starts with a thought. A thought. And then you work on that thought to execute, to work out the pieces. And then I incorporate Abraham Lincoln's position. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. So that if you have not started yet, that's okay, because maybe your axe needs sharpening. Maybe your axe needs sharpening. So guess what? Yes, the journey begins in your mind. In your mind. In your mind. Have a wonderful day from the Mind Spa.